No idea. Are we all right? Sorry, everyone. I think we're live. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right. Welcome everyone to Apiary. Welcome to Equestrian Hour and our Facebook Live day. First time we've done some Facebook Live videos. Merely as a means to try to engage a bit better with our customers in the situations where we're struggling or have struggled to get out about speak to people or go exhibitions. So we thought we'd invite you into our show so you can get to know what we're about, what we offer. Hopefully you can pick up some ideas, information on products that you didn't know what we were about. This is the first time we've done it, so bear with us. There's a few technical issues. We are live, there's people coming and going. What we'll do, we'll show you around the showroom. I'm Ian Dunacre, Sales Director of all the brands. Today you'll be spoken to through the range with Claire Hayward, our National Equestrian Sales Manager, who heads up the brand. She'll go through all the products with you. Hopefully you'll have seen us on the Litre International recent Facebook Live, which gave us the idea for this. We found it really useful and got some good feedback, so we thought we'd carry it on. We thought we'd do it ourselves. So let's go and see Claire in the showroom now. One thing to say, this is Equestrian Hour, which we got mentioned earlier. If you're logging on thinking it might be hardware or Primus, hardware one will be able to be seen on our Facebook link later. That was at 10 o'clock this morning. Primus is at 2 o'clock later on Saturday. I'll now pass you over to Claire Hayward, our Equestrian National Sales Manager, who will proudly show you everything we have to offer at Equestrian, how we can help and assist you. What I would say is any questions or anything that you may have, we have Patrick, our Commercial Sales Manager for all the brands, on hand to help and assist Claire. Please, your input and is welcome, and carry on, Claire.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Perry Equestrian HQ and our showroom live today. So we have decided that we were going to open up our showroom doors and let you all have a look around at what we've got. So as Ian said, my name is Claire Hayward. I am the National Sales Manager for the equestrian brand here at Perry's. I've worked in the equestrian industry for about 13 years now, and I've been with Perry for about a year and a half. So over that time, we've made some quite significant changes to our range. We've worked on the brand, we've done a lot behind the scenes, and made some tweaks and changes. We are a wholesaler as stable of yard equipment, so basically what we've done is raise our game, raise our offering, and actually got something now on board that we feel is a really good variety of range that we can offer to you guys. So just to give you as retailers a little bit of knowledge about the support that we can give you before we go into the products. We have out on the road a sales team who are also, we've got an internal sales team, so they are split by area. So pretty much you get 2 people per area as a retailer as your support, and obviously myself who actually heads up the brand. So you've always got a couple of people there that you can get hold of, dedicated support to help you guys to grow sales. They've got all the product knowledge and anything that you actually need. So as you can see in our showroom, we actually set it out as if it is a shop, which will help you guys to see and relate to all the things that we can offer stand-wise, which I'll touch on those later as I move around the little store. So I'm going to start off with our bucket range. We've got loads of buckets within our range, but I'm going to focus on the flexi fills to begin with. So obviously come in all a variety of different colours, and we actually offer the stands for these as well. So you can see here how they're displayed. We've got 2 different options on a floor standing unit. So I think in your stores sometimes they're really, really crowded and there's not a lot of space. These actually offer you a solution to fill your space sort of height-wise, and your buckets can all be organised in different sizes. So the most popular one on these is your 15 litre shallow feeder. Most people use these on a livery yard and have those. They come in all the different colours that we do. And obviously we do various different ones up to your big 60 litre for water that a lot of people have in the fields. So along with those in the range, we've got another item that most people have, which is your recycled rubber feeder. So we do those in a 12 litre, which is this one, and we also do them in a 20 litre. So probably your 12 litre is going to be your more popular one that most people will buy. And within that range this year, we've also introduced some new items. So here at Perry, we are always evolving, we're always open to new ideas. Again, as retailers, if there's something out there that you actually see that we don't do, or you think it's a great idea, then by all means put it forward to us and we'll take your thoughts on board, have a look at it and see what we can do. So we have brought in last year a 16 litre hookover manger, which is new to our range. So again, probably an item that you're all quite familiar with, but we've added that in. And then we've also brought in a 30 litre trough. So probably a little bit more popular with the agricultural guys, but some horse people do use that as well. But again, new to our range. And then alongside from that, we have our best sellers, which is the Eco Skips in the colour. So here, obviously, we're all about colour. We have a basic 6 core colours. So we do black, blue, green, pink, purple and red. And what we try to achieve is to actually get those core colours in all of our ranges. It's not always possible because of minimum order quantities and things like that, but we try to do it, and then we bring in as well limited edition colours as we go. So this one obviously is our pink one, biodegradable, so different to your recycled rubber. Some people say these are a little bit expensive, but you will expect to pay more because obviously they're man-made. So you're probably looking at about £4.75, something like that for one of the black rubber ones, and these will be about £12. Obviously, because they are man-made, they're a little bit dearer. You can still use them outside in the field. Some people will feed in the stable, some people in the field, but they're absolutely fine to use outside. So again, they come in all our colours, and they come in 12 litre and also 20. This is one of our limited edition colours that we've introduced to the range. This is a limited edition Aqua. Hopefully you can all see that there. It's a really nice bright colour for spring, very, very popular. Again, we're trying to get that across the range where we can. But it's not in everything just yet. When we bring in new colours, we tend to bring them in and see how they go and then see how we roll them out. But it's really nice and really popular in that bucket. So I'm just going to show you now the resilience of those buckets. So we'll show you a short video and then you can have a look at how well they stand up. Gives you a good idea of how durable those buckets are. Something else that we did bolt on in the colours, because they are so popular, is also the 16 litre manges, and we just do those at the moment in blue and pink. Again, they're new to the range, so the sales are going really, really well on those. But we're going to see how they go, and then obviously hopefully bolt on the other colours to those.
Just had a question from a customer who only bought the black by the look of it. Are there any colours that are more popular or any that you'd recommend?
I would say the core colours are the more popular ones, which is why we have those as the basis of our range. So your blue, your green, your purple, your reds, those ones are definitely the most popular one. But then orange, limited edition Aqua, people do like those as well as they come and go throughout the season.
Another customer's asked, are the eco skips UV protected and frost resistant?
Yeah, they are. They're fine to use outside. We actually have one customer that feeds their horse all year round outside with those buckets. And yeah, they stand up to that fine. They're certified. So yeah, okay. No more questions?
Not for now.
Okay, so that gives you a little taster of our buckets. We do quite a few others in the range, corner manges, plastic, hookover manges and things like that. So we do have a full catalogue that has all our products in. At the moment, we are still using the 2020 catalogue. We usually bring a new one out for beta, but obviously beta didn't run this year in January, so it's running in September. So hopefully we will be doing a 2021 catalogue for then. We also have the website. So today we're running 3 showroom lives of our hardware brand, obviously Equestrian, and then we've got Primus home and garden range. All those products can be accessed via our Perry Trade website. If you are just looking at purely equestrian, we've got www.perryequestrian.co.uk, which is where you can access and just see purely the equestrian range. I think something, while I'm just talking about that, to mention is that we have sort of noted, probably for the last year, a lot of retailers are diversifying now with the range that they offer in store. So if you are solely equestrian, some people then have linked in our Primus brand with that, and it does have some horse products in there, some nice little giftware items. So again, gives you another hook on perhaps some different types of customers that you can bring into your store. And obviously, if you are agricultural merchants, the hardware range as well sits ever so nicely in there. So you can almost use us as a wholesaler for a one-stop shop, really, for everything. So in the equestrian range, we've got about 1,000 products, and we'll have about 4,000 across all of the brands. So you can get everything from us delivered just from one place, which makes it easier for you. Okay, so I'm going to move on to our hay nets now. So obviously hay nets, people buy them all the time. They're a fast-moving item, but we like to sort of look at what is there that's different that we can offer. We've got about 5 different types within our range, and I'm just going to show you 2 of them today because they are different and there's nothing else out there on the market really like them. So this one is our easy tie hay net, 1-inch hole sizes. So that seems to be what everybody wants at the moment. For all those greedy horses that they're trying to slow down, everybody's after the 1-inch hole sizes. So we've listened to that as a business and actually brought that into our hay net. And obviously most people tie up through this part of the hay net when they're putting one up in their stable, which can often break that bit. So I know as retailers, you probably quite like them to break because then they come back and they buy more. But actually what we've done for the end user to maintain the life cycle of this net is we've put an extra ring on the bottom. So hopefully you can see that there. So this ring is for tying up purposes. So most hay nets have this one in the base to secure it, but this one's an extra one. So I'll just show you how to use it. We've got a really long rope on this one, which is handy. And this is one of our chain ring on plates that we're tying onto. So instead of going through here, we're now going to go through this bit. Okay, so we tie up underneath. The ring then sits flush to the net. and then you can tie it without actually causing any damage at all into your quick release knot, and then just thread that through. Okay, when you turn that around, you don't see that extra ring at all, and your hay net fits flush. So they do come in different lengths as well, depending on what your choice is. But yeah, that's a really nice net. It is unique to Perry's, and it's something that we brought out last year. So those are really selling well. So our other net that I'm going to show you is our square bottom net. And the reason it's called that is because it doesn't have any metal at all in the base. Hence the reason that when you put your hay in, it's got a square bottom. So again, you've got about 1 inch hole sizes on this, pretty much the same, but this is fully recyclable. So no metal in the base, no metal rings at the top at all. So at the end of life for this net, it can just go in your household recycling bin. So a great, we're always thinking of how we can do things a bit better. We think that is a really good example for people that are environmentally conscious.
Question from Caroline, who's living the matchy, by the way.
Oh, brilliant.
How much, I presume you mean how much hay do the hay nets both hold, or what's the capacity of both of the nets?
Okay, so don't know that off the top of my head, not going to lie.
There you go.
But I have got a solution where you can know. So our hay nets now, we package them all. So like you said, you get customers coming into store. They're always asking questions. What are the hole sizes? How long are the nets? How much hay can they hold? They've got a million questions, and you probably haven't got time to answer them because you're working away. So we decided that actually we're going to package our nets. So we're the only people that are doing this currently. So that's got all the information on it. So this one is an everyday hay net. It says on here that it's 40 inches long. It's got your hole sizes on there. It says what it's suitable for. It's got a strong heat sealed rope on it. And then on the back of here, it's got all your information on there. So it says on here, your approximate capacity for this one is 6.5 kg. So hopefully that answers your question. I think these are brilliant for a retail store. We sell a lot of these now because usually when people come in, the hay nets are always kept in a cardboard box somewhere. They're under a shelf, people can't see them, and they're in a plastic bag, so they've got to pull out the box, rummage through, then they've got all their questions. So these just sell themselves. So I'll touch on the merchandisers shortly when I go through those, but actually if you've just got a wall where you've got your own hooks and you want to purchase these and hang them up, then that's what they're there for. So a great addition to your range, and like I say, they can just read all about them and just purchase them, buy them themselves.
Before you do go on, just going back to the flexi fills, we've got a very a good question on those, I suppose, with the amount of variations out on the market, brands and quality.
Yeah.
Do you know how strong the handles are on the flexi fills?
Yeah, so we actually, it's a good point actually, we weight test all our flexi fills. So they're weight tested up to about 100 kg. So that's something that we've made sure that we did for that reason, that people complained and said, oh, we do buy these buckets sometimes, the handles break. So yeah, we definitely weight test all ours.
We let out the secret this morning in the hardware show on the official testing method. We found one of the warehousemen that is around 100 kilos, and we literally put him in the bucket and left him behind us on.
Got to be done. Not that we do that with all our stuff, obviously. Yeah, okay, so what else have we got as we mooch around? So let's have a look at the safe tie. You can see again on the safe tie, these come with a counter display unit, or we do the floor standing unit. So again, a brilliant way to display these. So what are they? These keep your horse safe when it's tied up. So most equestrians will use chain ring that are on the yard or in the stable. and baling twine is always a go-to. So actually what we have is the safe tie. Now these are weight tested also, and it's not the weight of the horse, it's the actual weight of the pullback. So the first hole is 50 kg, your middle one's 75, and then your last one's 100. So you wouldn't want to be putting a large horse on your 50 kg because it can just move its head, pull back, and it's away. You would want that on hole number 3. So you basically slot that into the hole, and then you'd lock it with your hinge. And then when the horse pulls back, if the horse gets spooked or does pull back, it's going to break at the weakest point, which is here. Now you can reuse these. We don't actually say how many times, because obviously we don't know how many times they're going to break and what the scale of that break will be. But they are reusable, so they'll pull back, they'll snap at that bit, and then you can just continue and use those again. So they obviously sit on a backing card, which then fits into your stands. Again, from a store point of view, if you're tight on space, the floor display units are brilliant, but these sell themselves if they're by the till. So if they're sat on your counter, people tend to just put them in the basket and they sell that way. So again, I've got a short video on these that shows you a really good example of how a horse can spook and what a safe tie can do to help. So I'll just give that a play now for you. Okay, so a brilliant example there of how you can really look after a horse on a yard with the safe tie. So, because you all love our colour themes, oh, Pat, did you say we had a question?
I did. We've got Barbara from one of our regular retailers, Mini Mates. Hope you're well.
Hello, Barbara.
Asking, do we have pictures or images that can be used on retailers' websites?
We do.
Very valid question.
So I'm going to big up our marketing team at this point because probably should, because they're behind all this, behind the scenes. We have some really good digital photography. The videos that I'm showing you all today, you can use those as well. On our websites, we have a link. So if you have access to any of the websites, you can go on there. There's a huge big file that's got every single product photo on it. So you can actually download that big link and just use them as you need on your social media or on your websites. Like say the videos, I don't know if they're on the website actually, or we can definitely send those over to you. Anything that you see, or anything that you want actually, if there's something you specifically need to promote a product, if you're doing something for your social media, just ask us, and you know, we can do something and send that across, and not a problem. If you don't want to download the big file and you just want individual images, you can go onto the website again. I think you just right click on the image and you can just take it. So yeah, by all means, help yourself to those. Any more?
Not at the moment.
No? Okay. So I'm going to now look at stable furniture. So actually this is the start of Perry Equestrian. This is where it all began. So we started off with our coloured ironmongery. So the standard chain ring on plate, you can see in all the different colours. Again, we've got it in the standard, the black, blue, the green, the pink, purple and the red. Then we've got orange in that as well. People do love the orange, but it doesn't sell in all our colours. So again, we bring it in different ranges and see how it goes. So they're your standard ones. We do this one, which is a little bit different. This is a swivel ring on a plate. So that just moves around literally like a turning chain ring. And then these are really nice. So These are the horsehead ones, horseshoe tie ring on plate. Something a little bit different. We sell a lot of these approaching Christmas time for gifts. People love them for stocking fillers and things. It's just something a little bit different that you can put on the yard. Also for your matchy theme. So on livery yards, we know, which is why we do all the colour stuff, is people, they go on holiday, they come back, they've lost all the buckets, lost all the hay nets. So what they tend to do is they'll pick a colour. So whoever's working at that yard knows that that horse, their colour's purple, everything purple, it's basically for that horse. So it just keeps it a lot easier to know whose is whose and things don't go missing. Again, the matchy theme probably came in 2-3 years ago, maybe even 4 years now. Really big thing where everybody's colour coordinating themselves, their stable, all their equipment, and everything else to one colour. So hopefully what our aim is that we can cater to that. So we've got everything you need in your favourite. So again, we've got the bolts and we've got the kick over latches. So something really different that we can offer there that matches everything else. So now I'm going to move on to our merchandisers, which I'm sure you can all see and have a good look at. So there are 3 different ones here. And I think at this point, something that I should probably mention is the award that we won this year. Well, we didn't win, sorry, we were runner-up. So yeah, we were runner-up in the Trade Supplier of the Year award with Beta, which we were really thrilled about and dead excited to come runner-up as a team. So yeah, this is our certificate that we're proud of. We've put a lot of work into that. We're a brand we're just in our 5th year now. So yeah, an amazing result for us. We were up against some really good people, so we were dead proud of that. And one of the things that the judges actually said, so some of our feedback that we got was about the merchandisers and the actual merchandisers that we can offer you retailers to put in your store. So one of our main jobs as a marketing and a sales team is that we work hard to generate what we term as the ask factor for our brand. So we want people to come into your store and be asking for peri-equestrian items that they've seen, that we've put on our social media platforms. What we find with the merchandisers and the headerboard is, as soon as they come into store, they can see exactly where all the peri-equestrian stuff is. And again, space for you retailers, keeps everything neat and tidy, it's visible. We've proven to increase basket sales just by having everything displayed like this. And obviously, because it's all our branded stuff in one place, people can just look and see and get everything that they need. So we offer these in, like I say, they're metre widths. We do have a corner display as well, which we don't feature here, but if space is a little bit tight, we do have a corner one. These are set out into 3 different deals. So we have the cleaning stand, and then we have the popular horse stand, and then the hardware stand. So again, if anybody wants prices on those or individual quotes, what we tend to do is say, right, actually these are made up for you, so we know what we can fit on here. This is everything that you can get on there, this is the cost, you get all of that, and you get your stand with it, and we send it out. And we also have some little cards that go on the pegs, so if people have just been helping themselves like they do as they go around the store, you know what was on your pegs, so you know what to reorder.
The valid question on merchandise this morning is, we offer set deals across all the ranges. Can you offer bespoke as well, or does it have to be exactly what's in front of you?
No, we can offer bespoke. You know, you might look at this as a retailer and think, well, that's never going to sell in my store. Not something that that I would sell. So yeah, we can definitely tweak it to be something that you want in particular. You know, you might not want all that, and you just might want to swap and change different things. You might want a little bit of equipment, but we do know what the space is that we've got, and we can definitely fit items in for you on that. So I think just to give you a ballpark figure, for these, they're various different prices, but you're probably looking at anything from about £300 to about £950, depending on which one you have and obviously how much stock you have on there. Well, that gives you sort of your spectrum of different prices. So they come as well, you can see here, this one's got the troughs on it. Some retailers like to have shelves so they can display stuff better. So there's various different styles within the range. So obviously this one's great for fitting all your grooming stuff in. So we do have quite a lot in our grooming range, to be honest. These, just show you as we're here and we're looking at them, these are Brielle, so these are body brushes, but they're ergonomic. So as you're actually brushing your horse, they bend in line with the shape of the horse. So they're quite nice, a little bit different. You've got all your standard things, again, matchy that goes with buckets, stall chains, chain rings, everything that we've got. Your feed scoops there that fit in nicely. So well that I can't get it open. These are nice. These are really nice. So we sell a lot of these. Again, nice little gift stocking fillers around Christmas. Those are your double hooks, and then we do them as well as a single. But they're just something a little bit different, make a nice addition to perhaps your tack room, and they can go with everything else. Then they sit nicely in here. Feed steerers, and then these are good. So these are our mane and tail cone. Got a different colour. I'll show you a red one. These are really good. So I do have my own horse, and she's got a really thick tail. So most people will go out and purchase like a human paddle brush or something like that. I've used this for a long time now. So the bristles, don't know if you can see those on there, but they're really, really sturdy. So a lot of them are too weak and they won't go through a nice thick tail. Whereas these are, it's a really good strong brush. Hopefully you can see that. And then we've got the sweat scrapers and pretty much your standard stuff. Something that we did introduce to our range last year as well were head collars and lead ropes. So not something that we've done before. Like I say, we are known for stable and yard equipment. But we thought, actually, we do get asked for these, so we're going to bring them in. So we did quite a lot of market research, and we went out there and we asked you guys as retailers, we don't just want to produce something that's obviously the same as everything else. So what is it in a head collar that you think you're missing within your range, or what could we do? So we've produced the luxury head collar. It's got a padded headpiece on it, so really good thick padding, also really nice and soft. And we've also padded the nose piece as well on there with the same. So again, it's nice and it's really comfortable for the horse. You can see here all the fittings are brushed, and it undoes really nicely. I think one of the main things that I quite like about this is usually with a head collar, when you're trying to put it on a horse at a gate or you're trying to catch it in a field, these bits here around the nose quite often just collapse together and they hang like that and you can't get the nose in, whereas ours actually really maintains its shape. So it's dead easy just to undo that, pop the nose in, and you're away. So we do those in 4 different sizes. We've got them in small, pony, full, cob as well. And then at the minute, we have got them in the pink, the blue. We've got limited edition Aqua in that, so the same as the Eco Skip. It's really nice in the head collar. Looks good on a lot of different horses, to be fair. And then we've got the lead ropes as well that match. You can see these all hang on the stand. Just going to grab a lead rope to show you. you can see the lead rope here, again, it's got the same brushed fittings on it as the head collar. A really strong, sturdy clip. So sometimes these come apart or they're knotted perhaps at the end, and you don't, but that's really, really strong. And also they're about 2 meters long. Some lead ropes that you buy are really short. If you've got a horse that you need to get away from, it's a little bit naughty, it's messing around on the end of the lead rope, hook that on there. You know, you've got a really good distance between you and your horse there, so we find they're a really good advantage. This is the multicoloured one. We've got them in black, again pink, and they match to the head collars, so they look really, really good actually.
We have been asked, going back to the grooming, whether we offer anything like a grooming bag. Grooming products.
We do have a few left in our range, but we are phasing the grooming bag. I think there is one in our catalogue, but we are phasing that out. So we've been doing a big range review, which I did touch on a little bit at the start, and just looking at the items that perhaps don't sell as well, or that we think we can replace with something that's a bit more innovative or a little bit better. So yes, we are actually doing away with that one, but we will be bringing some other things in that stand in its place. We've got a step up like grooming box, so that's quite good for storing everything in, and I think we just put a video on our social media of that last night as well. So
good for short people as well.
Yeah, and handy for shows for standing on things. So yeah, our social media platforms that we use are Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we also do quite a lot on LinkedIn, so it's nice to link in with you retailers on there. So that's where you can keep in touch with anything that we're doing, anything, any of our big news, it all goes on there. So if you tune into those channels, you can keep up to speed with what we're up to. And we do also communicate quite well via email, so we do a lot of mail outs with what we're doing, communication, things that are happening. On here, just to go through, we've still got your standard stall chains on there. One with the quick release clip at the bottom. And then these are your hardware items. So the chain ring on plate and your swivel tie ring and your hinges, we do those loose. But actually, if you decide that you want to have those pre-packed, then we also have that option for you as well. If you don't want the merchandiser, but you want to have them pre-packed just to put up in your store on some hooks that you've already got, that's also fine. And those come with the screws in, so they come with the fittings in there as well. They do take a little bit longer at the moment. So just to give you an idea on some of our lead times, at the moment, well, usually I'll call it normal times, we usually do a next day delivery. But at the minute, we've just stretched that because of demand. So obviously there's a lot going on with Brexit and the Suez Canal, and there's been quite a few delays. Just being perfectly honest, we are no different to anybody else on that. Where some of our competitors don't have items, people are buying from us, so it's created a big increase in demand. So we've just stretched our lead times a little bit to cope with that demand at the moment. So we've gone for about 2 to 3 days dispatch on an order, and then with the pre-pack we're probably on about 5 days. So if you do put an order in and you've got pre-packed in there, sometimes it can be delayed. So it's just giving you that understanding. But if you do have any questions, you can always contact your account manager anyway, and they'll give you advice. But we do try to communicate via email, keep you up to speed with any changes that happen, because we understand as a business, actually, you've got to communicate to your customers. So if they've come in and they've ordered something, you want to know when you're getting it. So we try to do our best on that. So let's have a look at what we're stood on, rubber mats. We sell, these are your EVA ones, these are your rubber. We probably bring in about 700 tons of rubber matting per annum. So a heck of a lot of it, to be honest. We did see a real spike in demand for rubber matting last year. So this year we're buying in more to accommodate that demand. We do 3 different types. So we do a standard, we do a heavy, and we also do a grass mat. And we do them all with bobble top. So some people said that moving the mats actually is really heavy. So we've listened to that, and we've just launched our mat grabber. So this is it. So a brilliant piece of kit for your customers and actually for you guys. So if you're bringing in a pallet of rubber mats that's sitting in your car park and you've got to get mats off the top and you need to load it into your car or into your customers' cars, it's a dead easy way just to grab your matting on here and just drag it. So usually you probably lose a couple of people out of your store while they go and lug these mats around, but this is just a one-person job now. And also for people in the stables, now is the time of year when they're doing all those jobs where they're pulling the matting out, the horses are going in the field, they're hosing down and cleaning it all. So again, a really good time to get these in to sell them. People can use them at home, one person, drag your mat out. I'm going to show you a video now that shows you an example of exactly how easy these are. So I'll just play that now for you. Hopefully you can see from that how easy it is to move the matting. It is usually a really difficult job. It's a nightmare, but yeah, that makes it so much easier. What else have we got in our shop that we've not touched on yet? I've just spotted these. So again, when we talk about the different kinds of merchandises that we can offer, it's not all just the big stands. You've seen the counter display unit for the safe ties. We do also offer one here for bandages. We do various different types of bandages within our range. So we've got your plain coloured ones. This is just like vet wrap. Do it in the standard colours, but then we do mix it up a bit as well. Got a bit of check. So some people like the we've got a camouflage one. That one, blue camo, sell quite a lot of that just for something a little bit different. This one's a pink pony. Again, it's quite cute. Something a little bit different to offer. So yeah, various different solutions for you. Just ask us if you're unsure. So I think we have pretty much been round everything in our showroom, as far as I can say. We've answered all your questions, unless we've got any more.
No more questions at the moment. Quick.
Yeah, unless you come in quick. I think probably one of the main things that we should tell you is actually, I don't know who's watching you, see, so I don't know if you are existing retailers or if you are potentially people that would like to trade with us, or hopefully you will when you watch this. So if you do, all our websites have a credit application form, and that's the beginning of the process. So you can actually just fill one of those in. We'll set your account up for you, and then you can either trade with us on a pro forma basis, or we can look at opening a credit account for you. Once that's opened, you're good to go. You can then have various different ways in which you can order. So again, the websites, if you want access to hardware, equestrian and primers, you need Perry trade access. If you just solely want equestrian, you want the Perry equestrian access. You can put your order in online. It will tell you everything that we've got in stock currently. If you're pro forma, you can pay at the end. If you go on credit, it just literally goes onto your account. If you don't want to access online and you like a catalogue, we can send you that out. You can order by telephone straight through to our sales office. They're open between 8 and 5. Or you can send an email in to sales@perryequestrian.co.uk. So you've got 3 different options there. On the website, we do offer a bit of a loyalty scheme as well. So we do Perry points. So I think it's for every £1 you spend, is it? You get a point. And then you can save those points up and then cash them in then off your order. They don't expire, they don't run out. So you can keep those down in your account for that rainy day when you want to take more off. So yeah, I think as far as I know, unless you've got anything.
One more regarding the matting grabber, so it's obviously taking a bit of interest.
Yeah.
How are they packed or packaged?
So they are, that one isn't, but we've got one, yeah. We've got one here, shouldn't be on there really, but it's sneaked on. But you can see that it comes on a backing card, so it's nice and secure. It will hang. If you wanted to put it on one of our merchandisers, you can, or if you want to just put it on your own setup, that's fine. But yeah, they come like that. So they've got all the information on the back. They're called the Quick Grab, and they sit on there. Okay, I'm gonna pop that back. Yeah, I think that seems to be everything. So thank you all very much for tuning in today. It's been a pleasure to show you around our Perry Equestrian Showroom. We do, actually, if anybody wants to come and see it in the flesh and not just watch it on the screen, we do take bookings for our showroom. And obviously at the moment we operate a COVID secure procedure. So if you've not tuned into the other brands and you haven't got time today, but you'd like to come down, we're in Craigie Heath. So yeah, if you want to book on, give us a ring and then we can book you an actual live COVID secure showroom tour as well. Okay, so thanks ever so much for watching and hopefully I'll speak to you soon. Thank you, bye.